Hey guys, so I'm gonna give you a very short demo of my workflow, how it works. So this is how my workflow looks like. I'll come to this in a bit and will try to explain you each and every component of this. First, let's go to the video. This is the video for which I would like to generate the short note, and then I have a Notion app where I will be saving my notes, and along with the Notion I will also save in my Google Drive. And finally, I would like to get an email alert containing the link to the Google Notes. Alright, so all the magic begins with this video. Now, to start the workflow, what I what I'll do, I'll just click on the save button and save my video in my notes playlist, and that's it. All I have to do, just save my video in my notes playlist. In your case, it could be any playlist that you need to configure. So once I do that, my workflow would have kicked off, and I should be seeing those that short note in my Notion app and in my Google Drive both. So I'll just give it a few seconds. I should be seeing that in few moments. There we go. So we have got the short summary note. If I open this, looks really great. And if I go to the Google Drive, I should be seeing the same note with the same content. And if I refresh my Gmail, I should be seeing the email as well. Yeah, so I got an email as well. Yeah guys, so this is really cool. Go ahead and build it for yourself, and this has saved a lot of time for me. I'm sure this will save a lot of time for you guys as well. And now let's come back to the workflow, and let's understand how this actually works behind the scene. So my workflow will get started after it gets triggered. Now how will I trigger my workflow? I have two trigger attached to it. One is the manual one and another one is the scheduled one. So manual is nothing but this button. If I click on this button, my workflow will kick off. And then I have schedule trigger. This is where you can configure the frequency, and that frequency will tell how often your workflow will run. So in my case, I have configured it to the 30 second. That means your workflow will run on every 30 second, right? So once your workflow runs, this is the first node that would be get called. What it does, it actually calls one of the YouTube API to pull the playlist information, and from that playlist it will try to pull last 25 video saved in that playlist. And this is configurable. If I open it, you can see I have configured my notes playlist. You can configure your own playlist, right? And let me go back. Alright, so once I have got those 25 video list in the form of array of object, what this node will do, this will just extract only the last one YouTube video out of those 25 and pass it to the next node. And what this node will do, this will just extract the only YouTube ID from that big object, because I only need a YouTube video ID in my case, right? And then I have another YouTube node. What it will do, it will actually call another YouTube API to pull the video information, such as uh, the title of the video. I will need that title for my notes title, so this is nothing but your YouTube video title, right? And then these nodes will get called. What it does, it actually checks whether YouTube ID exists in the database table or not, right? This is where I need to ensure that I do not end up processing the same video again and again. Otherwise, it's just a weight of resources, and eventually, it's just gonna cost me more and more money, right? Because in my free trial, I'm only given thousand free execution, and I have used up to 661. So I need to be very careful when I'm running workflow. I need to make sure I'm running my workflow effectively, right? And so you need to optimize your workflow accordingly. Optimize it as much as you can. Okay, so if the ID exists, we don't have to do nothing because it's already been processed. If ID does not exist, it comes to this node, and this is where I'm calling one of the freely available API. What it does, it returns you the transcript of the YouTube video. So the API actually accepts the YouTube video ID and returns you back the transcript in the text format. So once I have the transcript, I will send it to the OpenAI LLM, and I'm using the Forum mini model, and this is where the magic happens. So the model will give me the short summary node out of that transcript, and once I have the short summary, I will pass it back to the Notion node, and this is the node where it will create the node in my Notion app, and then my notes will also get created in the Google Drive, and then it will send an email alert containing the link to the Google Drive, and finally it will save the YouTube ID in my database table.